Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the PPMC podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rupert Murdoch. And today I'm happy to announce that we're launching our life hacks. And what this segment of the podcast aims to do is just give you tips, hints, suggestions for you so that you can live your anarchist life more at ease. And what we want to bring you today is basically an old idea, something that I remember seeing from a collective called Crime Think. And they propose basically gutting cardboard boxes and making them into extra layered protection while you go on a stencil. So it's a fairly simple system and technique. What you end up doing is you gut a cardboard box, and I like to leave a 1/4 inch all around. The reason why I like doing that is so that I can sit my spray can, or if I take it to marches and demonstration, I can actually hide water bottles on there just in case the peace police start like eyeballing me like, what is this motherfucker up to? I could just be like, just carrying water, you know what I mean? Get the fuck off my back. So you basically just get a poster board, you decide what you want it to say, and then you carve that fucker up. You tape it to the bottom of the box, and then you push out and you go stencil some shit. So what I like to do with this technique is, one, I like to take it to marches demonstrations and just basically just chill around, like if I have sweaters or water bottles or whatever, right? And randomly just spray paint, right? Like, and if I have time, like I'll map out the march. And if there's something I want to write on a bunch of Bank of Americas, try to find where all the ATMs are at from Bank of America on the route of the march. And in that way, you're part of the march, you're demonstrating, but then you're also adding another layer of resistance to what you're up to. But one thing that I like to do, and I do this all the fucking time, is I leave the box in my car. And anytime I have an extra 5 minutes or I'm fucking early to whatever the fuck I'm up to, I'll pull over at a meter, jump out, pull the box out, lay the box in front of the meter, act like I'm putting change, and then act like I'm rummaging through the box as I apply the stencil to the ground. This is fairly simple. And like I said, it works for two reasons. One, your car actually is blocking the meter, right? So your car is actually protecting you, right? Like if a cop car is driving by, which has happened to me, first thing they're going to see is your car. Next thing they're going to see is your hand in the box. One thing I will say is you need to shake the fucking can before you get out of your car. There is nothing worse than jumping out of your car and you're applying the stencil and then it stops midway. Because then you have two options. One, you leave and the stencil's not finished and it looks fucking stupid. Or two, you pull the spray can out of the box, which defeats the whole purpose, and then you shake it and then finish the stencil. Another useful target that I like to apply this tactic to is bus stops. And what I end up doing is I just walk around the neighborhood with my box, and I just act like I'm fucking sitting down waiting for the bus. And as cars are driving by, I apply the stencil. Once again, you want to shake the can before you get to the bus stop where you want to apply the stencil at. A few things that I do want to make mention of this is, one, I don't suggest doing this tactic at night, right? Because I've done that at first, right? When I was barely breaking myself into the system, I went out at night and I was thinking like the night will cover me even more, so it's extra protection. There's no way they're going to catch me slipping. But what ends up happening is that you can't actually see whether or not you're applying the stencil correctly. Another thing, I want to mention it again, you want to shake the can before you begin to apply the stencil. This is for a multitude of reasons. Like I said, one, you don't want to burn yourself. But two, I've seen this. People try to shake the can in the box. I was one of those people. What ends up happening is that you hit the fucking box and you move the stencil. And then when you finish applying the paint to the stencil, it looks ridiculous. All right, y'all, that's it for this life hack. I hope this was a helpful suggestion to everyone. And I hope you guys do this in a very safe manner. And I hope you guys don't get caught up, man. But if you do hit up PPMC, we're always going to try to raise funds and try to help out comrades who are, actively in the resistance, trying to do what they can to basically destroy the state and destroy patriarchy and destroy white supremacy and destroy all these oppressions and isms that, basically destroy the value of life. Till next week, this is Rupert Murdoch signing off for the PPMC podcast. Lates, y'all.